Do you want to know what's really cool? Taking some hardware and pushing it to its limits. Doing something that it was completely not designed to do. And one game that does this really well is Paku Paku. Now this came out in 2011, and basically it's a Pac-Man clone. It uses text mode to create a 160 by 116 color graphics in CGA. And it's pretty impressive. But it's just a Pac-Man clone. Now it is low resolution, but it still works, and it looks pretty good. Then just this past year, a new game was released, Silly Night, made by Peter Afbu Kretina for the High Voltage.cz game DOS game competition. Now obviously the Czech Republic, they're obviously making some pretty cool DOS games, and this is one of them. The graphics are really good for CGA, and even though Peter says he's not an artist or sound guy, his art looks pretty good. Apparently he's also not a programmer, so it makes me wonder how on earth he created this awesome game. So it has an intro of sorts, and then you just kind of thrust right into the game. You can continue from a previous game, or you can start a new game. And you just kind of thrust into this dungeon, and you gotta figure out how to get out of it. And since you are a silly knight, I must assume you come from Camelot.
No, on second thoughts, let's not go to Camelot. It is a silly place.
Right. The controls are simple enough, and far better than the ZX Spectrum controls of the last game I played. However, there's one gripe I have about it, and that's using up to jump. I mean, you have over 100 keys on your keyboard, and you use up to jump? I mean, you could have used X or Z or Shift or Control or pretty much anything, but I guess it's better than Mega Man for DOS, which uses J to jump, but it's a platformer, so jumping is pretty important, but it works, so I'm not complaining too much about it. So you can collect hearts to gain more life, and collect keys to progress further to unlock doors. Bats and enemy knights are the enemies you face, and they can be a bit tricky because you can kind of hit them a couple times and they don't die. But if you know what you're doing and you can kind of avoid them, jump over them, and you can pretty easily dispatch them and get on their way. So it took me a while to figure out finally how to beat the game, but I did, and you go through a bunch of different things. You collect some boots, which allow you to double jump. You collect this little gem thing, which allows you to turn into a bat in one screen to get over a big thing. And you finally win, and you become the Silly King. So my biggest gripe with this game is that it's just too short. I want more levels. So, Peter, please make some more levels. I would love to help you with that if I can in any way, design levels for you or whatever. I don't know how you made this game since you don't know how to program apparently, but I would love to be able to assist in that because it's a really great game and I would love to see it get bigger and better. It's still a fun game and I highly recommend playing it. Anyway, I give the game a big thumbs up. Speaking of games, I'm still working on my own DOS game, and I've made a lot of progress, but I still don't have a name, so I need some suggestions still. I even have music for it now, and it changes depending on what levels you're on or where you're at in the game. It's quite exciting. Anyway, if you like this video, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, or whatever. See you in the next video.